Life is a fight for territory. Every inch of progress in your finances, in your relationships, in your health, in your dreams, it's not given. It's claimed. And it's claimed by those who keep fighting. Even when their hands are tired, their eyes are blurry, and their hearts are heavy. You see, mediocrity? It has a price. But so does greatness. And you're the one who decides which cost you're willing to pay. When everything around you tells you to quit, that's when the real battle begins. Not against your boss, not against your bank account, not even against your circumstances. The fight is in your mind, against the voice that whispers, you're not enough, against the fear that says, why even try? Against the lie that says, you'll never make it out. But listen closely, whatever you're facing right now, it's temporary. It's not forever. It's not the end of your story. No storm lasts forever. Even the darkest night eventually meets the sunrise. And even the fiercest storm runs out of rain. So don't give up. Don't take your life. Don't let this chapter convince you the book is finished. Because the breakthrough, the real one, it needs you awake. It needs you present. It needs you conscious and ready. Because the next opportunity might be the one that changes everything. There comes a moment in every fight where you wonder if it's even worth it. When the punches don't stop, when the world keeps spinning, but your feet feel stuck in cement. That moment, right there, that's where most people give up. But not you. You're still listening. You're still here. That means there's something in you, unbreakable. Training montage of a fighter losing over and over again, then slowly improving. Let's be honest, life's not a highlight reel. It's more like behind-the-scenes footage, uncut, raw, exhausting. But that's also where the real transformation happens. Pain will teach you what comfort never could. You'll learn your limits, and then learn to break them. You'll discover that grit isn't sexy. It's sweaty, unglamorous, and usually ignored. But grit is where greatness is born. You're being tested not to break you, but to show you what you're made of. Diamonds only happen under pressure. Champions are built in the shadows, far away from applause. Progress isn't loud, it's quiet, subtle. Sometimes, just getting up is the win. You're not losing. You're learning to last. There's a kind of pain that doesn't scream. It whispers. It shows up in the quiet moments. When no one's watching. When you smile in public and collapse in private. But pain is not the enemy. It's a messenger. It tells you something has to change. Something has to grow. And it starts with you. You see, too many people want the breakthrough. But they don't want to stay awake for the process. They want the crown, but not the weight. The win, but not the wounds. But here's the truth. Every champion you admire was once broken, shattered, doubted. But they refused to go back to sleep. They refused to live on autopilot. We live in a world that rewards noise, distractions, scrolling, consuming. But stillness, awareness, that's a rebellion. Because when you're awake, you stop running from the truth. You stop hiding behind excuses. You look life dead in the eye and say, I'm not done. Excuses are clever little lies, wrapped in logic, dressed in fear. They say, it's not the right time. I'm too tired. I'll start tomorrow. But guess, tomorrow never fights for you. Tomorrow doesn't care. Tomorrow is the laziest warrior in the world. You don't win battles by postponing them. You win by burning the excuses. Because success doesn't come to the person with the best plan. It comes to the person who refuses to sit still while their dreams rust in the corner. Your life will not change because you read a quote, or liked a video, or bought a fancy planner. It will change because you chose to show up when you were tired, when you were unsure, when everything said quit. That's when real transformation begins. Not in perfection, but in persistence. And when you finally step through that door, when you break past the noise, the lies, the limits, You'll look back at the version of you that almost gave up, and you'll whisper, "Thank you for holding on." There's a room no one talks about. It's not glamorous. It's not posted on Instagram. It's not filled with likes, applause, or trophies. But it's where giants are made. That room? It's the dark room. The room of no recognition, of invisible effort, of progress without proof, where you grind with no cheerleader, where you show up when no one's watching, where the dream is just a whisper and the doubt is a scream. This is where it all happens. The breakthroughs, the rebuilding, the rebirth. Everyone wants the spotlight, but no one wants the shadows it takes to earn it. If you're there right now, in your own dark room, feeling unseen, unheard, unappreciated, don't run. Stay. Because in that room, the old you dies, and the real you is born. This is where your future self is forged. In the quiet, in the discipline, in the chaos of staying the course when it would be easier to disappear. Keep fighting, keep rising, and never forget, the darkness is not your enemy. It's your proving ground. Your name was not meant to be whispered in regret. It was meant to echo in places your feet never touched, to leave fingerprints on the hearts of people who never met you. But none of that happens if you give up. There will be days when the world will pretend you're invisible. Let it. You were not born to fit in. You were born to stand up and stand out, even if you shake while doing it. Remember that dream? The one that made your chest burn? The one that lit a fire behind your eyes? It hasn't left. It's just waiting for you to show up. Because the world doesn't need another quitter. It needs someone stubborn enough to believe, to fight, to keep showing up until the noise dies down and only your truth remains. You are not random. You are not weak. You are not your past. You are a force, and your name was not meant for silence. Because the best comeback stories start with someone refusing to be quiet.